Guys, it's your Island Girl and I'm back with another one for you today. And today we're checking out top 10 British bands who never cracked America. To all my regular schmegler day one, sweetie pie, sweetie poos, come on in, right back, put a smile on your face and enjoy. To all those who are new here, come on in, right back, relax and enjoy. You want to turn it on? Yeah. Okay. Let's get into this video. Here we go now. Oh, loud.
These musical groups found fame in the UK, but they remained relatively obscure in the US.
Okay.
Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 British bands who never cracked America. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're focusing on bands that never experienced continuous commercial success in America.
Okay. Something new. Never heard of them
Number
before.
10, Supergrass. For a British band to successfully cross over into America, it's crucial to capitalise upon the buzz. And for Oxford group Supergrass, well, they failed to expand beyond their native demographic. With their 1995 debut album I Should Coco, Supergrass briefly reached the #1 in the UK charts and actually released 2 more albums by the end of the 90s. By that time though, music trends had changed significantly in the US and, well, Supergrass began to drift away, barely cracking the US top 200 with 2002's Life on Other Planets. Sadly, it all ended with an internal Twitter beef. Number 9.
I have no clue who they are. Never heard of them before. That's new to me. They came on the scene in the 1990s, so I've never heard any of the song that was just played a while ago. So, sounds like a good band though, don't get me wrong, but like I said, never heard before.
Number 9, Madness.
Number 9. Madness, don't know them either.
During the late 70s and early 80s, this band was far more than just a one-hit wonder in the UK. In fact, Madness would even influence the American band that would ultimately become No Doubt. Unlike Gwen Stefani's versatile group, Madness didn't align themselves with a specific genre, as they blended together a variety of musical styles. With that being said, Madness was, in fact, linked to skinheads in their early days, which perhaps negatively affected larger-scale opportunities. Regardless, the UK band experienced great success during their initial 10-year run, but never once did one of their acclaimed albums crack the US Top 100 charts. Number 8, Take That.
They're the one who sing Our House and It Must Be Love. I know those songs. I guarantee I know those songs, but I didn't know the artist. So that's where it boils down to. I will hear songs sometimes, but I don't know who's singing, to be honest with you. But man, those are some amazing songs, baby. And I'm a little twat and I know those songs. So yeah, let's continue to number 8. Here we go.
I guess now it's time.
The take that.
By the mid-90s, the legendary music executive Clive Davis signed this UK boy band to a record deal with Arista, but Take That had already begun to self-destruct.
Come on, get it on. I don't know what you're waiting for.
In their prime, Gary Barlow stunned critics with his songwriting skills, and a young Robbie Williams displayed his obvious star power. And so, Take That seemed primed for America. Yet Williams quit in 1996 just as the pop scene was about to change in the United States. The group initially formed in the early 90s, and despite 3 well-received albums, Take That just didn't seem to have the right amount of mojo to keep it going, although the core members would later reunite with Williams in 2010.
Wash your mouth, son.
I don't know that song.
Number 7.
Listen, whatever it takes. Da 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 da. Back food. I want you back. I want you back, girl. I know that song. We used to remix on the radio in Jamaica, but you know, our artists, but I know that melody, that song, I know the whole, I did not know what their name was, but I know that song. Your girl is not that bad, but that's a great song. And they never got far. You don't have to touch the US market to be the top of the top, to be honest. So, number 7.
Number 7, Kasabian. American indie fans have certainly heard of this group from Leicester, despite the fact that Kasabian's lead singer Sergio Pizzorno once noted that he hates indie bands. So that's one thing to consider when thinking about Kasabian's failed American crossover.
No clue.
In the UK, they reached number 4 on the UK charts with their self-titled 2004 debut, and the next several albums managed to reach number 1. By 2013, however, guitarist Jay Mellor actually left to play with Liam Gallagher, formerly of Oasis, while Tom Meehan cited unfinished business in America around the same time. However, the 2014 album 4813 failed to chart in the US, and maybe Kasabian just wasn't ready for a committed American crossover.
Don't know who they are, never heard of any of those songs before, so let's move on to number 6.
Number 6, Happy Mondays.
Happy Mondays.
Now this Mojoholics is what you call a Manchester band. From 1980 to 1993, Happy Mondays managed to gain quite the following in the UK, certainly with their 1990 album Pills and Thrills and Bellyaches. But considering that a band like New Kids on the Block was big in the United States at the time, well, that's just one reason why the Happy Mondays sound failed to connect with the American mainstream. Even so, this is a band that heavily influenced some of the more notable UK bands of the 90s, such as Oasis and the Stone Roses. Yet their sound embodies more of a distinct Euro vibe rather than trendy American hooks. Number 5, Stereophonics.
Don't know them at all. Like I said, never heard of them before. On the list, I am in awe because I've never heard these songs before. Don't know the names, nothing at all. But I'm here to learn. I'm willing to check them out after watching this video. That's for sure.
Stereophonics.
I'm wondering why these little black clouds keep walking around.
Another one I don't know.
From the late 90s to the early 2000s, this Welsh band established a reputation for their killer live shows. However, Stereophonics ultimately dismissed original drummer Stuart Cable in 2003, reportedly because he was more interested in his TV show than the band. Sadly, Cable would pass away just 7 years later. In their prime, Stereophonics was known as one of the most talented UK bands, releasing 5 #1 albums throughout the 2000s. Yet only one of those, 2001's Just Enough Education to Perform, managed to crack the US Top 200 charts.
So maybe tomorrow I'll find my way.
Still don't know that one either.
Despite the lack of American buzz, Stereophonics continues in their native Wales as one of the most highly regarded UK bands of the 21st century. Number 4, Manic Street.
They had a large following. Look at that crowd. They were having a blast, baby. You can tell that they were loved. Wow. But I don't know them. Don't know any of the song, like I said.
Before Manic Street Preachers. Like many overly ambitious rock bands, this Wales group infamously hyped up their 1992 debut album, Generation Terrorists, and, well, failed to crack the top 10 in the UK charts. In fact, the Manics wouldn't land a #1 until 6 years later, this coming 3 years after the mysterious disappearance of the celebrated songwriter and guitarist Richie Edwards.
Okay.
Their music is pure rock, something that US rock enthusiasts
I wonder
could
what
easily
happened
get
to him.
behind, or so it would seem. But while the Manics became iconic figures overseas, their sound just never translated to American mainstream consumers. Decades after the loss of Edwards, however, the Manics continue to wail.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Just looking at the crowd, I can imagine. Looking at the crowd, it's just amazing to see. Wales, like he said, took over. Wales, because I guess most of them are from there. I'm not sure, but listen. You can tell, but I wonder what happened to him. Why they say he just disappeared and... Well, I ain't gonna lie. This is interesting. That lead singer a while ago sounded to me like an early onset of what's his name? Early onset of he did Tom Sawyer. He sound Rush. Rush. Had a similar voice set to Rush to me, to be honest with you, right there, in that song he was singing. It just sounded sounded similar to Rush to me. Let's continue. Number
three, Pulp. By the time of this band's success during the mid-90s Britpop era, they had already been together well over 15 years. And until then, Pulp had never actually landed a gold record, let alone an American hit. But albums like Different Class and This Is Hardcore teased at a potential American crossover, with the latter finding its way to the US charts in 1996.
Okay.
At this time though, reported drug use and internal scuffling shook up the band, and Pulp's final album was ultimately released in the early fall of 2001, peaking at number 6 in the UK charts. For a brief time, this group was on par with the likes of Oasis, but like the Gallaghers, Pulp just couldn't manage to keep the unit together.
No clue. Never heard that song before. No clue. No clue. No clue whatsoever. So that's a...
Number 2, The Jam. Fronted by the multi-talented Paul Weller, a man known for his distinct British compositions, this band came, saw and conquered during their decade-long existence. Well, at least in the UK.
I first felt a fist, and then a kick. I could now smell their breath.
Aesthetically, The Jam preceded punk, and they called it quits just as the new wave took off in the early 80s. In between, they released 6 acclaimed studio albums, with the last 5 climbing the UK charts. Truth be told, The Jam had somewhat of a steady presence in the US charts during their run, but despite their stylized look and obvious talent, the party ended with the 1982 release, The Gift. And just like that, The Jam was gone before Americans could catch on. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions.
Never heard of them before. Let's see if I've heard the honourable picks. Hey, Bambi. Okay. Never heard of this one before either.
So as not to break a promise. Meet me on the mat.
Not this one either. Don't have no clue.
Bells heard chiming.
Number 1, The Stone Roses.
Never heard of them. Stone Roses.
If you're even vaguely familiar with the bravado and attitude of Oasis, well, let's just say the Gallagher brothers were inspired by the Stone Roses. This is a band that once said America doesn't deserve us yet, and while they may have been right, the Stone Roses didn't seem in a hurry to record consistent music after the renowned 1989 debut.
Let me put you in the picture, let me show you what I
In fact, it took a full 5 years for the Manchester group to drop a second album, and the band folded for good less of 2 years later. Since then, there has always been talks of a reunion, but it just never seems to happen. And so the Stone Roses will forever remain an acclaimed British rock band that failed to live up to their crossover
Never heard
potential.
of them before either. Interesting. I've never heard of any of them. All I did was, like I said, I heard maybe 2 songs that I could have picked up a while ago, as you can see. But apart from that, I have no clue who they are. Never heard those songs before. But like I said, you don't have to be in the UK market to be big. My bad. I'm sorry. You don't have to cross over to the US market to be well-renowned or to make it. That's how I see it. Because look at that. Look at the crowd. Look how many people were in the crowd when they were performing. That's amazing. A lot of people cannot do that. You know what I mean? They can't do it. So that in itself is an amazing accomplishment. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Thank you for requesting this one. It's the Island Girl, and we're running out of here. Don't it, Raya? Says it's early in the morning and everybody's sleeping except for Raya and Mama.
You are not sleeping.
I'm not sleeping. Oh, you're getting up, and there goes Kyra.
Yes.
Thank you. I love you guys, and we'll see you guys in another video. Bye. Bye,
Wait.
Bye.
Wait.
Okay, bye.
Bye.